is Scogri from MyCustomXbox.com. It is Monday, I think it's the 30th of April. We got, what, 3 or 4 days till Meadowlands. I'm actually flying out on Wednesday to go to Meadowlands, the MLG event. I'm really excited, and I really wanted to bring a custom controller to Meadowlands. It just wasn't one of our normal ones. So I've kind of gone a little crazy, kicked out a bunch of logos here, and I'm going to break my cardinal rule and try not to touch this. I've just washed my hands, so hopefully I won't oil it all up. But we've got, I don't know if you can even see that, but ESPN, MLG, Bic, GameStop, Dr. Pepper, and Stride. And then the front's got Meadowlands 09 and the outline of the city like the logo uses. But, hot off the presses here, I just ran out to the auto store, and I've heard some good things about this as a rumor, and in our effort to help improve everybody's painting, I'm going to introduce today the Dupli-Color Auto Spray. We're going to go for some hardcore stuff here. This is, in theory, an auto spray for automotive paint that comes in a can, so you guys can all get it. You don't have to have guns or anything like that. And you know me, I'm all about giving, so I want to make sure everybody gets the best controllers they can have. And we're going to try this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to do red on the back. We're going to do a little blue on the front. We've got masked off the city line that says Meadowlands right here in 09. Going to try and get some pros to sign this controller while we're out there. We're going to be meeting with a couple of them. And last but not least, way over here, at the bottom, and of course, since we're taking it, we want people to see it, it says My Custom Xbox twice on the bottom. I think we're going to do this in black. So we'll have red back, blue front, with a white tone on top, and a black base, and white buttons. We're not going to do anything to the buttons on this one, but should be pretty cool. I just need to prep a couple more things here real fast, and then we'll start off with the spraying, and I'll bring you guys back in. Thanks. Alright, we're getting ready to lay down our first coat here, and I just want to go over a couple things real quick about this Dupli-Color Auto Spray. If it ends up working out, I want you guys all to know. First off, it's got a rotatable nozzle. So you can either do stripes that'll be, horizontal or vertical. Now, I like to spray vertical, and that's the way most paint cans come. But just so you know, like this one I just opened is actually, it was actually set up to be horizontally sprayed, so I had to turn it. You just, just turn it a little bit. It's not that hard. Second, I've done a couple test shots over here. I don't know if you can see them off to the camera here. It looks like it sprays very, very thin. Okay, so very, very thin, like water almost. It's very thin paint. So, you're going to want to be real careful not to run it, which means, just like we say in all our other videos, let's start with really light coats. Alright? So, we've shaken the can vigorously for 2 minutes, like it says, and we're shooting between 68 degrees and 92 degrees, like it says. And then we tested on a location over here that was a little different than what we're spraying, and it has in big, bold letters, "Do not apply in heavy coats." I would say, you know what? They're right. So, I'm just trying to see here. It says that there's no exact drying time. So let paint become tacky between coats. So it's up to us. So I'm going to say 10 to 15 minutes. Here we go. First test. I like the color. I'm actually going to rotate this sideways because the way this paint's shooting, I want to not come down on it so hard. So here we go. It's almost a pink red. It says it's bright red. Somebody's got to relabel these things. Woo! That was almost a little too heavy. Very easy to overshoot this stuff. Trying to keep it in the camera there for you. One other thing I want to briefly go over real quick is that when you're using a vinyl mask, because a lot of you are starting to buy them off our store, you always want to make sure that right before you spray, you just go over and make sure all your vinyl masks are put down, because it's such a low tack, which is really good for removing it. Sometimes you get a little lazy and it pops up a little bit because of that low tack. So I'm not going to spray anymore on this first coat. I'm going to let this sit. Let it get tacky, and we'll come back in about 10-15 minutes. Alright, we're getting ready for coat 2. and actually coat one of the blue. Very, very light second coat. Color actually looks awesome already. I even think we need a third coat actually. It's pretty nice. The beautiful thing about clear coat is once you get your color down, you don't want to have to build it too much. You're actually pretty good because your clear coat's going to be doing all the protecting, unlike making, you know, really thick coats of paint. Just a little more on the bottom edge of that. We've talked about it before, but the hardest part to paint, usually on these controllers, is right here and down the base. For some reason, the spray just never gets there, so that's something you just pick up after a while. That looks great. I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm going to come back and we're going to be doing the blue. Alright, here we go. We're going for our first coat of blue. I'm trying to find a good spot for this for you guys to see it. Looks good. Alright, the other cool thing that I was finding about this is, unlike like the vinyl fabric spray, they have a gazillion colors. So it's kind of nice because you have a really nice auto spray, theoretically. We're going to find out. And you have it with a ton of colors. Ooh, that's a nice metallic blue. That's almost like the blue we shoot from our professional stuff. So once again, I'm just making sure all my vinyl mask is down. This stuff, especially on these big stickers, likes to come off pretty easily. I'm going to adjust this camera, sorry. Down a little bit. There we go. And here we go. Open all my vinyls. If anybody sees this at Meadowlands, I apologize if there's overspray. You saw how fast I did it. That is like a pansy blue. It said it was dark blue. Okay, so we know they lie about their colors. This is the can lid. Does that look like it's the same color? We'll see. Maybe it'll dry darker, right? Okay, it's getting darker. Okay, light. I'm getting a little aggressive with this, I can tell already. Light coats. Once again, that little edge. Now, we've gone over this before, but something I always like to remind you of is your first coat is really just a grabber coat. That's what you're doing with that first, you know, spray down. That color's going to turn out the right color. So you don't have to go crazy, because what you're doing is you're kind of almost priming it for the next coat. Now, fortunately on this one, we'd already done it all white, so we didn't have to use any adhesion promoter because we already did that. So don't forget to use adhesion promoter. I'll probably have to go back and edit that into the video. But there we go. So we're going to wait 15 minutes on this one too. I'm going to set up the black, and then we're going to shoot our coats on the base, and then we'll have all three parts getting shot at the same time. Alright, we're getting ready to paint the base here. Sorry, I know it's a big box. And I lied. I thought I had gotten black, but some crazy idea in me decided to get this like silver blue. So we're going with the silver blue for the base, because I got one other color, and it's burnt orange, and that ain't going to happen on this controller. So, just making sure it gets shaken up enough. There we go. Make sure that your nozzle is facing the right direction. Wow, that almost looks silver. So patriotic. It hardly has any blue to it whatsoever. Destroying my little set. Ooh, it's coming out a little bit better blue. Wow, I gotta say, this stuff is so much like the vinyl fabric spray, the way it sprays. So any advice I've given to you up to this point on vinyl fabric spray, take it on this also. They must have a lot of thinning materials in this stuff. Anyway, letting this one go. Actually, I think red's ready to go. So we're going to move this piece out.